behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up for you momentarily. But before we get into that, if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell. And every time you do, obviously, you'll get new episodes coming your way. And we love to hear from you in the comments section, so leave a comment. And go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV if you'd like to follow us there. You can also comment on everything you see and send us an inbox, and also we'd love to hear from you in email. PaulMashTV, all one word, at gmail.com. And that's good if you're a band or solo artist wanting to be on the show, but we love fan mail as well, so send us a fan mail there and we'll get back to you. And all this is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show in case you missed it, so stay tuned for that. From San Antonio, Texas, we have Lizzi Liz today. Very talented artist, obviously, and I know you can't wait to see that, and we'll get to it in a second. But first, here's a quick word from Smile World TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
The types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
Okay, we're back, and with us from San Antonio, Texas, we have Lizzi Liz today. Thanks for joining us, Lizzi.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here today. How did it all begin for you as being an artist? You know, everybody has their own story how they got to be an artist. I'm sure you have an interesting story as well. Why don't you share it with us?
Well, it really started when I was a kid. I mean, from 10 years old, watching my older stepbrother getting in with Eazy-E and Snoop Dogg. When those artists started coming out, that was the thing in the 90s. So that just became real popular to me. That just was, I grew up with it, you know. And then especially with Bone Thugs and Harmony, when they came out, I had a group of friends and they started rapping to them, and I just loved how they were doing it, that I started catching on. And I was one of those kids that would get my little boombox and put the tape player, the song in there, and you know, would listen to it, rewind, write down the words and memorize it. And then it became a thing to me. I was in theater arts in middle school, and it just became a thing to me. It's just natural for me to do something. I'm more of a songwriter than a freestyler. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing about me that growing up, like I can't just at the top of my head, you know, give you something, but I like to write down and make a story of it. So, so yeah, it just became part of me in my blood, you know. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope you'll be around for a long time because you know you really are good at what you do. I know you mentioned Bone Thugs and Harmony and a couple other bands. Are they the ones that really motivated you to be an artist that you are today? Were there any others? Or?
Yeah, definitely. From the female artists, like I was one of those kids that would go outside and pretend I'm performing in front of everybody. So I'd get my friends and be out there singing and dancing. Salt and Pepper was one of the groups that like I really fell in love with, and I would be out there jamming out to their music. TLC was another group, and of course Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, Little Kim, and then now, you know, Nicki Minaj. And as you know, growing older with the new artists coming out, adapting. And I'm good at adapting to the style the way it changes. Old school hip hop is not the way it used to be in the 90s. So being able to be in the modern times and keeping up with the style. So, but yeah, definitely. There's so many artists out there that inspire me, and I just try to think of their creativity and then put it into my own twist.
Yeah, and TLC obviously were legends, and I can see your sound from them. Well, somebody could be watching this right now, and they could say, I got to download some of her music, or I want to follow her on Facebook, etc. I mean, tell everybody where you're at and where we can get your music. I'm sure it's in all streaming. If you have any physical copies, volunteer that as well.
Awesome. So I am a small coming up artist. Definitely you can find me on Facebook with Lizzie Liz, and I have a music page called Liz is the Business. So if you add me, friend request me, I can definitely navigate you to my music page, along with YouTube. Liz is the Business is on YouTube as well. I got like about 3 songs on there so far. I have a lot of music, but I'm slowly starting to put things out there. That song that we're going to be showing later, Enemies, is on a couple of mixtapes. It got onto a JNN mixtape through Facebook with a lot of the Juggalo Undergrounds of Frost Butcher. He actually helped me get me on the mixtape, and then Kevin Smith, DJ Livewires, got me on his mixtape with Enemies as well. So those are streaming all platforms. Though you can find that song on all platforms with those albums, those mixtapes. So like I said, I'm a upcoming artist. I got a few projects in the makings as I'm developing, working on getting a studio, because I'm honestly doing everything by my headphones and my little phone. So through the apps that I'm using, it's helping me create my music, but now it's time for me to advance and start taking it to the next level.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess everybody should go out there to those streaming platforms and download your music, and I know you would love that. And
Yeah.
And you just mentioned Enemies, which again is a song that we're about to play. Is there a story behind that song, or is it pretty much self-explanatory? Let us know.
Okay, so the guy that I'm collabed with, his name is Tiptoe. He's more of a horrorcore artist, very good at what he does. He mixes and masters all his music. He does everything, and we're friends on Facebook. And he hit me up on Messenger and was like, "Hey, I have this beat. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, of course. I'm not gonna, I'm not going to pass up an offer like that." He's like, "See what you can do with it. If you like, I can help you with hooks, or I could put a verse." And I started listening to the beat, and just right away, those words just started coming to my head. And then I just started, writing it down, getting it together. And then I did my little part, and I sent it to him, and he finished it off. So, and I believe we're going to probably edit it a little bit better and kind of give it more of effect that it needs. But right now, that's our start.
Okay. Well, it is a great song, obviously, and we're going to be showing that to you people out there in just a moment. But first, before we do that, thank you so much, Lizzie, for being on the show. We would love to have you back again sometime if you have anything new to plug for us in the future.
Yes, awesome. I'd love to be on your show. And once again, thank you for having me. And definitely, I'm going to be telling all my friends about you.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Everybody does, and I love it when they do. So without further ado, here's Lizzie Liz with Enemies right here on Paul Mash TV. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
They call me a menace, probably cause I took out all your lieutenants. And I swing with a vengeance, holding families hostage in a cottage with dead bodies blocking the entrance. I devour the coward cause he think of your power. I rip the limbs off the shoulders and I take me a shower. I march like a soldier, I got blood on my collar. I rip by the throat cause she unable to holler. We ain't related, I stay isolated in rooms. I wanna cut off your face cause I like your tattoos. I hear enemies, it's like the legend of doom. This ain't no game, so you're ending it soon. I'm sparking my flame, I twist my blade in his wounds while I rock back and forth and I stare at the gloom.
Enemies, oh, all around me.